Welcome everyone, Christine here with Balthazar Gelt's campaign in Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires. This time around I am going to be playing this campaign without any mods whatsoever. I just have Toggle Fog of War enabled. But outside of that, everything you're seeing here is pretty much pure vanilla. And although I can get a decisive victory over here with default auto-resolve, I am just going to play this manually. It makes sense that I would get this victory. It's just peasants versus greatswords versus Empire Knights. Yeah, they're not going to stand much of a chance. Now, why fight a battle like this? Well, the simple explanation is that the key to a campaign success is actually in these kind of smaller engagements. The reason is for a couple of reasons. One, with these kind of smaller engagements, you can set up yourself to be stronger in terms of like large-scale engagements. The key to winning difficult battles is to first arrive in those difficult battles with full strength. And that is certainly what we're aiming to do over here. Now, you could skip this battle, but there's another reason behind this as well. That other reason has to do primarily with experience. So you can get more experience, more post-battle loot, more money by fighting these kind of battles manually. It won't always apply, to be certain, but there's a lot of situations where you can certainly do better by fighting a lot of these battles manually as opposed to just auto-resolving them. So one of the things I've stated in many of my campaign guides is like, if you're playing without mods, without auto-resolve mods, and even with auto-resolve mods, you will get a better result for the most part if you fight these kind of battles manually, dependent on what your kind of tactics are. And even if you take more casualties, it still will overall result in a better situation for you as a player in the long term. Like, I would not lose many units if I were to fight this, if I were to auto-resolve this in any way, shape, or form, but you can see over here that I'm barely taking any casualties. Gelt and the captain will certainly take some damage over here, undeniably so, but for the most part, they're just going to, like, the army I have here is going to walk out relatively unscathed. So, just worth a mention over here. In this particular situation. Like, of course, this is the kind of easy battle, but there's also more battles that don't necessarily have this kind of luxury. And these guys are actually, like, Cathay, don't underestimate Cathay's ability to, like, inflict damage on your forces. And where you really win out is not in terms of, like, the battle itself, but in terms of the in terms of the after battle, like when you're chasing down someone, chasing down a hero, chasing down a lore, like eliminating them before they get away is really the key to success, if you will. So over here, I would really like to get my grubby little paws on that lord. But probably not going to happen in this case, because, yeah, she got away. So decisive victory, as the game said, but so as you can see over here, I just suffered 7 casualties over here. I could go with the money or the replenishment, but I think I'm turning around in terms of the idea of experience, at least early on in a campaign. This one I am going to auto-resolve, and yeah, I am going to certainly take more damage there. Okay. So now what you want to do with Gelt is, demand supplies, because now we can start getting witch hunters and we can get an engineer. We will get the warrior priest, no worries about that, but we do want to pick up the engineer first off. Or we could go for the witch hunter, or we can go with the warrior priest. There's pros and cons with all those approaches. Make sure you get Inspiring Presence and Root Marcher, get training for even more experience. We're not going to train anything this particular turn, but what we are going to do, ignore that, just the game being annoying as usual. What we are going to do is transmute. And with that transmutation, as well as some other things we're going to do, like declaring war over here on the Blue Vipers, we are going to be able to improve our situation. We can get electric on state troopers, but I would rather focus on the units over here, though. We've certainly picked that all up. So what do you want in terms of state troopers? You can get Marksmen of the Empire, but that's not quite as important, I would say, as Spears of the Empire, because, like, Eldred's Guards are such a formidable, melee unit that it is, like, you really actually want to get that as quickly as possible. So over here, we're gonna get the witch hunter. And I'm tempted to go with 2 of them or get 2 engineers. I gotta decide on that, like what's worth it more in terms of that. I think I would go for the engineers because I don't necessarily need this building beyond that. Like, I don't care about the units from that particular building. So, end the turn, and we're gonna go for the village of the Tigermen next up. Okay, over here on turn 5, I've gotten 1 mortar, 1 pistolier, 2 outriders, and we're actually going to enable raiding, because what we want to happen over here, we want to have their rebellion coming up. We're also at war with the Jade Custodians. I declared war on them previously in order to be able to... Okay, we can get Regal. That would be great. Not really. Let's see. Like, Noble would be pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go with that Master Engineer. We just want to make sure that rebellion does happen. So just get a handgunner unit for the time being. If I could get more money, that would be pretty damn awesome. There is a way, of course. Declare war on the Skaven that Gorse is at war with, because they're not going to bother us. So we got that rebellion. We can get another one of these. We can also dismiss those fellows right there. Money. Money is an issue. Money is an issue. Well, there's your money. There's all the money I need. Yeah, trade agreement does help. Undeniably so. Yeah, that will just barely prevent us from going bankrupt. So now we get those handgunners, and we will even get a full stack of troops right now with all that we're going to do. But yeah, we're on the verge of bankruptcy, but that rebellion will help us. And also, like, the Jade Custodians will eventually be willing to accept a peace. Like, this is the consideration to have when you're declaring war on a faction. Accept the fact, like, don't think about just the money you're getting for that declaration of war, because I declared war through the vampires over here. Consider also the implication that comes from the money that comes from the peace agreement. Okay. So over here. The Empire. Okay. Okie dokie. So now we got ourselves the Skaven rebellion. Alright, fair enough. Just this one you cannot resolve. It's not really a problem. Get the money. And what we want to do here... Imperial Scholar. Our army is a bit damaged, but that's fine. Like, certainly could have dealt with all of that. But we want full pistol core. We want more training. We want increased mobility. We want scavenge. And then we want to pick up these 2 handgunners and start force marching our way through this territory, while also using all of the stuff that we just gained over here to get ourselves a Celestial Wizard. Why a Celestial Wizard, you might ask? Well, it's pretty simple, honestly, in a lot of ways. And we'll be able to get more money later on. So now, what do I do? Well, now, what I am going to do, I could certainly dismiss him. We get that Thunderbolt ability. This is why I don't care about leveling up Gelt's own magical ability, because like there's plenty of ways to get magical ability. So I'm not too concerned about it. A bit of a damaged army, that is certainly a bit of a concern, but we'll be able to certainly tackle that over there. So what we're doing now is we're not going to go for Gorst. We're going to go for the Skaven that are in Zenwu because we want a military alliance with Xiao Ming. The reason we want that military alliance with Xiao Ming is because we want to instigate a war between him and Snitch. Okay, turn 9 over here. This one's gonna be a bit interesting because we got a lot of Skaven over here. We can auto-resolve our way to win this, but it's an astronomical number of Skaven. Though, to be honest, I'm not particularly scared of the Skaven. I'm more concerned about the Wizard Lords leading their armies. Thankfully, we do have plenty of them. Let's see if we have some tree acne over here. Yes, unfortunately, there's 3 patches of tree acne, but there's also some really good positions. So let's fight this battle. And, well, let me say this. A bunch of Skaven slaves against Gelt, they're not going to win. So this is the battlefield. We will deploy right here and use the height advantage. In fact, we'll use the height advantage overall for all of our units. Force the Skaven to work for it. Disable guard mode, disable guard mode on our heroes, disable artillery firing. Now, individually, the Skaven units, of course, are fairly bloody weak. That isn't really a problem. But the problem... Okay, I need to be careful with those Hellstorms, because I obviously don't want them to hit my own guys. Which, yes, can indeed happen in this particular situation. So, Eldred's guards... And... Okay. Right. So let's take the cavalry for a spin. And smack some Skaven slaves. Specifically, their slingers. Because we want to ensure as many of those are driven from the battlefield. Oh damn, I did some friendly fire there, didn't I? Okay. No, that's a nice little trap. Drive them away. Some spells coming in. Okay. Now, the chances of me killing this entire army are fairly low. I do need to try and protect my cavalry so they can chase down any ones that are running away. That is gonna be my goal. Right there. And yes, there's gonna be some pretty nasty spells coming in right here. We need to focus the artillery. Or we can just wait for all of them to get in range.
Soldiers of the Empire! Pick targets! Wall of metal! For hand and hammer! Engineer! Awaiting orders! Emperor's might! Formation march! For Helden Hammer! They'll never rule again! Spearmen! At speed! Yes, General! Engineer! A matter of locomotion! We are ready! War! Death to the enemy! Forge and firearm! Celestial might! Bring lightning! On our way! For Helden Hammer! Powder drum! Shoot! Sir! Quick march! Hellstorm rocket battery! I am supreme! Get them! For Helden Hammer!
Alright, just try and deal with as many of these rats as possible and try and make sure as few of them as possible actually make it off the battlefield right here. So chase them down basically with the cav. Gelt and others are doing a pretty good job at being able to do some damage here. But we need to make sure that the army that we do have here doesn't just get away. And there's even more of them coming, so yeah, that's a lot of fun. Okay, where is... Yep. Alright, chase down those clan rats, try and do as much damage as possible. Alright, get the flanking maneuvers sorted out.
The Empire endures! Great march! Sigma!
Alright, he's going down.
Ready for the Emperor! Get down! Our orders?
Alright, get those Skaven slave slingers.
Fallen star! Battle awaits! Ready for war! Overcoming inertia! Cavalry ready! Wall of metal! I am master of shadow! For France!
Alright, and kill as many of their leaders as possible
The ground quakes! For France! Get them!
with our knights. Ideally,
Condemn them! Attack! Whoa! Yes! Battle awaits!
kill all of their leaders.
Sigma calls! Cavalry ready! Crossbow ready, General! Crank that machine! Prepare for combat! In the name of the twin-tailed comet! Yes, sir, quickly! Shoot them! Captain of the Empire! Charge! Pursue the foe! What do you bid? Missiles ready, my friend! By Ulrich's rock! Go! To battle! Sinnelleos! Formation! March! Yes, General! Signal! Accuse them! Swordsman! No lingering! War! Sir! The Empire endures! For Heldenhammer! Sigma calls!
Alright, some very significant damage then there, as is.
By my will alone. Gifted tinker. And speed. Our steeds are restless. The Empire
Alright, get these guys moving here.
and speed. The Empire endures. Get them. A new view.
Try and protect them from taking too much damage.
Take position.
Another spell going in there.
Taking position. Moving now.
And that's the garrison leader.
Hold and stop. Haste goes. Cavalry ready. No lingering.
Yep, they're just standing still because balance of power is still in their favor. There we go.
All ranks fire.
And that's one. And now it's important to chase them down. As much as we can, anyway. Many of them will flee. But that's how you beat the Skaven. Alright, glorious victory. Lots of Skaven have been killed. I could have made my life a bit easier here by doing the following. I could have gotten a second army and start force marching in here, because that way I would have put the settlement under siege and they wouldn't have been able to run away. Right, so now we still have him to deal with, but like this is gonna be a lot easier to pull off than what I just did. But same principle, same idea, hell, even same battlefield, I'm pretty sure. No, just a bit of a different one, but it doesn't matter, because all we're gonna do is just make some more Skaven kebab with our armies. Although, I may want to take this settlement and then... Okay, just get pistol core over here. Full plate armor, more survivability for him. You know, I can actually save these skills. So he's rank 4. Can certainly save that. Get accusation because it's a really, really useful skill. Get rolling skies because it gives you... it reduces enemy melee defense by quite a bit. Survivalist.
I shall.
Like, even if I could out-resolve this battle, I wouldn't want to. Do they have a barracks? Well, they do, but it's no problem. Okay, so we got our engineer, by the way. Now I'm going to get Clergy of Sigmar, so we don't need this anymore because we can just pick up the second engineer. Yeah, let's just get that one, because it will allow us to get that warrior priest faster. Yeah, just get a bit of survivalist, but save the rest of your skills. Okay, over here, I think I actually do want to get the rebellion, but not necessarily right now. I'm not worried, right? So we're certainly going to get more of these.
No peace, just war.
And we can get more mages. Oh, by the way, I can replenish this army to full if I were to pick up this and use this. But that would be 550. So not quite worth it. But yeah, a second army would have nullified the entire garrison, which actually was the real army that had the real quality troops. But you can see how few casualties I actually took in that battle. Like, just luring the enemy in a prepared position with your artillery and using that artillery wisely and just flanking around with your cavalry and trying to eliminate as many of them with your cavalry is a strategy that is tried and tested. So let me just do it again. Well, this battlefield is certainly cancerous. I'm not gonna lie about that one. Jeez. Talk about the horrible battlefield. We can work with that though. No problem. Just deploy them over there. We'll use this particular position to deploy our lovely, lovely artillery. It's nice that they don't have menace from below. I gotta admit. And just make sure that you leave some flank protection, or a lot of it. Maybe actually put these guys in the front. And yep. And now we go hunting, or luring Skaven, because like that's what we want to do. We want to make sure these guys do come for us. We could actually, yeah. What am I doing here? Yep. Oh, you guys, what are you doing? Oh, they're trying to encircle me. How fun. Blast them. Pull back. Through the damn Skaven lines. Up and down. Gotta get that cavalry. Okay. Get these guys to support this flank because it's certainly going to be under a lot of pressure soon enough. And just kill our favorite rodent right there, because we obviously don't want to just let him use his abilities, right? Alright, reform right there. Just stop them. Keep in mind, we are going to have another battle to fight. Okay. They're in position. Unleash the spells. Alright, get our captain out of there. Oh.
Pursue the foe! We are a ring of steel! Moving now! Take the ground!
These guys we can let get away. Though obviously, if we kill more of them as they're trying to flee, they won't come back. So, yeah, it is in our interest. Kill them. Get them all out. Actually, I think we killed the one that was, or rather the one that was doing the warp lightning is gone. So yeah, that's sorted out. Still, we want to kill the army leader, right? Just cause those army losses as quickly as possible. Like, this is the thing about dealing with any AI Skaven faction. It's like, if you let them do this, you're never gonna see the end of them. There we go. And now just pursue. Is he on a mount? Nope. I think he only has the Pegasus, does he? Yeah, he only has the Pegasus. Now I remember. Alright, victory. Another great and glorious victory. Most of that has been eliminated. We sacked the settlement. We don't occupy it just yet because there's a reason for it. We don't need it to be higher level. And there's a chance you can take a barracks. Like, there's a chance when you do something like this that what ends up happening in this kind of situation is... Alright, just get the Lord. Okay, we're gonna do a couple of things here. First off, I'm gonna get another Celestial Wizard. So that's 300. Fair enough. And we're gonna give him... Forget Scouting, just get the Thunderbolt. But we're not interested in the Thunderbolt itself.
The Lord of the Jade Swan.
What we're interested in, really...
It is time.
Is we're interested... Okay, I'm not gonna level up anything here. Could have been a bit easier with Warrior Priest, not gonna lie. Get more scavenge. Okay, money situation is better, to be sure. So yeah, we just want to get the Warrior Priest situation solved over here. Get more Thunderbolt points. And Gelt, don't level him up because we want to save that for all of this wonderful stuff over here. Yep. So yeah, we're the Patriarch. What we're really interested is getting Snitch in our grasp. I could recruit another Lord. Regal. Yeah, why not? Just to take the settlement, right?
Master Engineer.
Nothing else. Okay, end the turn. And that engineer, the master engineer, just to make sure that the settlement has some kind of defense, right? We should be able to auto-resolve against the Skaven here, no problem. And next turn. Having an extra lord here would have been incredibly beneficial because we could have used him to take over the settlement, to sack the settlement, and make sure that the defender is over. Oh my gosh, you guys are just suicidal. Jeez, that's good. That is good.
Take what they have, then.
So, the ogres, I wonder if they declared war on the Skaven, or they declared war. Who exactly are they at war with? Okay, we get a quest battle. Now, ignore that quest battle for a moment because we obviously don't have the replenishment right now.
Engineer.
But importantly here, we're just gonna get that warrior priest, and because we get
Master Engineer.
that kind of benefit, like the quest battle we can't do right now, not this turn. We want to deal with ogres. So like this one, it's not a hard one. Importantly though, we get vision on Reichland, so we can declare a couple of things right here.
Greetings, my countrymen.
They're not at war with anyone right now.
Child.
Instrument of the... I greet you with the dragon's authority.
Okay.
Friend.
Let
us stumble through the...
Let's just say we go for that.
The Moors who call to war. Burdened with brilliance.
We're gonna fight the ogres. We want that barracks right there. And we want to just keep sending that mage into that particular position.
I choose only the best.
Okay, so that's gonna help trigger a rebellion, which we want. Kurtis Arcane essays and all that. Now let me see if I can find the Skaven, because I do want to ensure I find Snitch so I can declare war on him
Invention is my
after
gift.
I ally. Okay.
Do not waste my potential. I'll force feed.
Yeah, so he's at war with the Dissenter Lords.
All right.
Alright, so he smelled blood in the water and he's like, yeah, we're jumping on that.
Celeste.
The Empire.
Attention. Work to do.
I am ready. Are you?
Indubitably.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Yeah, this one's not even worth my time. But I will fight it just to protect my Norlanders. But yeah, let's go do it. Another great and glorious victory over here. And 10% casualty replenishment or 900 money. I think I'm gonna go for the money. And ogres are devastated.
I am ready. Are you?
Okay, we're gonna march,
Master
force march with
engineer.
him.
By my calculation.
Ooh, a camp. How fun.
Master engineer.
Alright, we just want that rebellion to trigger.
Patriarch. Who calls?
So, I do want the Marksman of the Empire next. Or maybe I want the Steam Tank. Gotta think on that. Over here, we want Elusive for him. We don't want the Witch... the Witch Hunter to actually do damage. The principal reason why you want him is to get accusation and post-battle loot benefit. Okay, and now we can get vision on Ikiclaw. The reason you want that vision on Ikiclaw and Snitch, the reason you want that vision is because if you don't trigger that war, then Xiaoming is gonna march on the nomads, and he will smash the crap out of them. But if he wipes them out, we get the event. We don't want to leave just yet. We got a lot of other things to do, gentlemen. Before we leave Cathay. It's like, no, not until I bleed them dry for everything that they have. And don't have, even. All the same. Nakai is going to be very generous. So we just scout the ruins over here. And there's some Skaven. Shocking, I know.
Let us begin. Wind of Shaman, I will. I shall be
So destroy this
victorious.
ogre camp. More, that's a lot of them. Thank you, boys. It is appreciated.
What do you require?
Okay, get one of these
Pioneer in
boys.
progress.
And now,
Do not believe the
trade Zunwu. For him, he will always give you a military alliance
We
and a ton of money in the process.
Who calls?
Meow.
So,
And that quest battle is still delivering.
I stand apart. Do you seek the storm? The storm.
He might be able to pull off a win there,
Oathbound.
but that's not too important here. Alright, let's get Marksman. What else do we want? Well, maybe we do want to spend those 2,000 arcane essays to get that bullshit spell. Not quite right now. That said, we might want a Bright Wizard for the Bright Key. Although stock stands would certainly be nice. How about I get both right now? Yeah. I get both the Bright Wizard for this particular ability. And the Grey Wizard. Though it's gonna take a turn, so. But I'm not,
Work to
I am in no freaking hurry.
Plans to fruition.
Alright, over here I think I want some handgunners.
For the Empire!
And just, I'll obviously transfer them over. Okay, now. Snitch.
Whispers on the wind. Blade. Snitch.
And we just triggered the war. Now, Snitch will most likely lose that war. But the important thing is now whether or not he wins that war or loses that war. The important thing, we bought ourselves time. That's the important bit right there. That is the very important bit right there. So now, what I'm going to do is, you know, just start marching my way over here.
What? Follow the flame.
There is power.
And just, yeah, get all of this together. Next up, ogres.
Child.
Ogres, ogres, ogres. Christine signing out. Stay tuned for more. Our journey has just begun.